Hey guys. Welcome to the live stream. How's everybody doing? It's been a week. Sorry I was not available last week for live stream. Got caught up, but I'm here today back in Japan. Pretty long trip, but we made it back safe and sound. And well, we're gonna do live streams from the apartment for a while until things clear up in the world and we can get back to traveling a little bit more frequently. But I have to say that the trip back to Japan was pretty simple. It did require a couple of COVID tests, double negative. I've had a couple of COVID tests, so anyhow. Safe and sound. My wife also had one. So the thing when you come back to if you're like a resident like myself, you have to take a COVID test before you can fly to Japan. So basically, you have to be a citizen or a resident, have a visa, whatever. You basically have to have some kind of status in Japan in order to come to Japan. And if you're a non-citizen, then you have to take a COVID test before flying. So I did that. That was no problem. And then when you get here, they do a rapid test when you arrive. So you take a second COVID test, and then you have to wait for the results, and then you can leave the airport. So everybody that comes into the country has to take a test. So I guess that's their way of really, making sure everything's safe around here. And it's pretty neat because, they bring everybody in kind of in batches. So I think it was a pretty organized process. Obviously there's some tracing. So imagine you were on a flight where somebody on your flight had symptoms or whatever, then they'd be able to contact everybody. And given the fact that like the planes are practically empty, it wouldn't even be that many people to contact. So, anyways, I'm back here in the good old land of the rising sun. It's Friday night for you guys in North America. It is Saturday morning for me. We're ready to do talk denim, answer your questions, show off some previews, and also this will be the last time I live stream on this old phone. So I think today the wife and I are going to be getting new phones, so expect better video quality in the future as well. So now that all that stuff's out of the way, how are the numbers near you? I think we broke 2K in Ontario today. I think I'll look it up right now, but the numbers are really low here. Yokohama COVID numbers. In yesterday, in all of Japan, there was 2977 cases. So almost 3,000 cases in the whole country, 130 million people. So I'd say that's not terrible. They've been really good in this country. I'll have to say that. So very, very safe here. But at the same time, I do feel like, and there's very minimal restrictions here. I don't want to make this a COVID episode, but I say that what I felt in Canada felt way harsher in terms of restrictions than what's going on out here. And I don't really understand how the numbers are so different, because it's like, yeah, everything's open here. There's no, like, just for your own personal enjoyment, look up Japanese go-to campaigns. So there's one called Go To Travel and Go To Eat, where the government is literally paying people to go out and eat in restaurants and to travel around the country right now to like encourage tourism and people to support restaurants and things like that. So contrast to what's going on out there, it's like, whoa. I mean, just the case load in the whole country is very, very low anyways. So anyways, let's not make this a COVID conversation, but um, I'm happy to be back here. And I hope that things at home turn for the better sooner than later. It seems like we're headed in that direction. Um, so, I mean, it is winter season. You know, the types of cases are going to go up a little bit, of course. But I think hopefully by spring, some normalcy will come back. Um, all right, Boxing Day sale. Yes, there will absolutely be a Boxing Day sale. It's because the rest of the world are not used to wearing masks. I will say that in Canada, everywhere in public, everyone was wearing masks. If you went to the grocery store, if you were on the metro, cabs, everywhere. So I don't really buy that. I mean, if you're at home, I think here's part of the problem. Um, in I know in Ontario, oh man, I'm making this a COVID episode, but maybe densities in homes are bigger. Like there's more people living in the home. So if somebody goes out and maybe they're an essential worker and they get sick or they catch it and they bring it home, then they're in a closed environment with a bunch of people and then it transmits that way. So I think that's part of it. Whereas here, families aren't so big. And despite, you go on the train and you go out in public and the trains are packed. So I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. All I can say is that I feel when I was in Canada that everything, I don't know what more they could do that was different than here. In fact, like here, it's really like, it feels almost normal here. Aside, everyone wears masks, sure. But, everything's open, for example. Okay. Let's talk. It's enough COVID talk. I just hope, as we approach the new year, and there's vaccines and all that stuff coming out, that we'll all make this pass together. And it's a tough time. Especially this time of year. I know there's a lot of restrictions going on, and our businesses, small businesses. I know we've got a lot of retail partners who are feeling it right now with those restrictions. So, of course, any support you guys can show definitely goes a long way. And that doesn't mean purchasing. That a like, a share, that type of stuff goes a super, super long way. Tell a friend about products that you like, or stores that you like. And that stuff really, really helps. I think, this is right now is the time of year where businesses make up, they make up a lot of their business. And without it, I think we're going to see some closures in the new year. I think a lot of retailers were just kind of waiting for this time of year to kind of see if they can turn things around. And I think some of them will, some of them won't. And we're going to have it'll be interesting. I think the writing is on the wall for certain things, but hopefully we can pull through. But of course, like I said, your support, your fan support is what keeps us going, and any way you can show that support is much, much appreciated. I saw you had 4 diamonds on the side of some jeans. I've seen it in some samurai stuff. What does it mean? Well, that is the Harley Quinn denim. Let's pull that up right now. I have it right here. It's so that is from the Batman Naked and Famous Denim collection, and that is from the Harley Quinn denim, and that is her logo. You can see it on her outfit. So that is what that's for. As far as samurai related things, I'm not sure about that. All right. Can I talk about the MIJ7 and MIJ8 dyeing? Sure. What would you like to know about those specifically? I want jeans, Naked and Famous. We've got jeans, and we've got lots of jeans on. If you check out Tate and Yoko, there is a sales section where you can certainly find a lot of great deals. There will also be, a Boxing Day sale. So for those of you who are not Canadian, Boxing Day is like Black Friday for us. It is the day after Christmas where all the stores have the biggest sales of the year. But interestingly enough, as Black Friday, as Canadians became aware of Black Friday, I say within the last 5 or 6 years, maybe a little bit longer than that. It wasn't a thing when I was growing up. Black Friday is really very new for a lot of Canadians. And now we've got kind of 2 days of the year that are tremendous sales. So we've got Black Friday and we've got Boxing Day. So our Boxing Day promotions will be very, very similar to what we had going on for Black Friday. Expect a few additional things. So we'll be adding to the sale. There might be a few extra things on sale that might not have been on sale previously. So watch out for that. If you want some great deals, it will be, you will definitely find some fantastic deals on that day. Okay, possible going the distance jeans, Rocky collab. That would be fun. Doing Rocky Balboa jeans. I don't know if you guys know, I am a Rocky, I am a Rambo fan also. That would be fun. It might happen one day. Okay. The MIJ7 layer dyeing, how is it different to the MIJ8s? Well, the MIJ8s are a Hank dye. So that is a hand dye. The MIJ7s were a rope dye. So the rope dye is a mechanical process. There's a giant machine, size of a factory room, really. And there's a lot of these cylinders that are pulling yarns, cotton yarns, into indigo, pulling them out, letting them dry, and it's basically like a giant. I don't know what the shape is, but I should post a video. It dips them in the indigo, and then the cylinders pull them out, and then it dips them back in, up and out, and it does this multiple times depending on the indigo penetration and the color that they're trying to achieve. So I've explained it before, but in rope dyeing, they never allow the yarns to stay in the indigo long enough for the indigo to penetrate to the core of the yarn. So you have a center, the center of the yarn, of the core of the yarn is white, and layers of indigo, layer up on the external part of that yarn. So when you fade your jeans, it's those outer layers of indigo that fade away, and then eventually you get to that white. So that's why you get that gradation from all those layers of blue to white. For the MIJ7, there was a little bit of black added to that dye as well. So this is a denim that appears, because if you look at a really, really dark pair of raw jeans, it almost looks black, and then you add that little bit of black dye to it as well, and it looks super black. But as those layers break away, it starts to reveal those indigo layers underneath, and that's how you get that the look for the MIJ7. Whereas in the Hank dyeing, you've got this bunch of I wish I had two hands to show you, but you have basically a bunch of yarn. It's kind of twisted together, and it's dipped into this indigo vat by hand. It's pulled out, it's wringed out, let to dry, and then they dip it again. But what's neat about this process is that because the yarn is in a bunch, the indigo penetrates at different levels depending on the yarns that are exposed further out from the bunch of yarn to the yarns that are inside the bunch of yarn. So when after you've done that multiple times and you unravel the bunch, you get a gradation of blue throughout the yarn. It's very, very cool. And because it's not as controlled as, say, a rope dyeing method, the indigo penetration also is different. So you might have parts of that yarn that are penetrated to the core of the yarn, and other parts of that yarn that aren't penetrated as deeply. So it's a very, very beautiful indigo dye process. And then when you weave with that, you get a very, very streaky looking denim with a large variety of shades of blue throughout the fabric. I hope that explains it for you. Got the Huntsmans on the Black Friday sale. Love them so far, breaking them in. I'm glad that you're enjoying them. The temperatures are dropping, and it's got that merino wool in there to keep you nice and cozy. Hello from the United States. Thanks for joining me on the live stream here from Japan. Hippie psychedelic jeans. I really want to make something like that. We were trying to figure out a way to incorporate tie-dye into yarn. I don't know, but even then we were not sure how that would translate into a pair of jeans. But I do want to have a very hippie psychedelic, vibe jean at some point. It's in the idea bank. Would you do a left-hand twill black slub denim? I don't see why not. You should also make the big slub selvage. It is definitely something that people ask us for. It'll probably come back at some point. Any pictures of the Naked and Famous pocket knife? I think you mentioned it a few weeks ago. Oh, you know what? I don't. I did show it on a couple of streams back. I just don't remember which one. Definitely ones from where I was here in Japan. I brought the knife to the head office, and Brandon's got the knife right now, so I don't have any of the knives to show you, unfortunately. But I will. I'll see if I can get some pics up sooner than later. Okay, red core black denim. As far as we know, not possible to do a core color with black denim. We've tried, but we don't ever give up. But at this point, we haven't figured that out yet. Thanks. I had forgotten all the details about the dye process. When I did my foundation tie-dye, I wondered again. That's right. You did a selvage foundation tie-dye shirt. Really, really beautiful. I thought that was really cool. And for those of you, I did talk about it a couple of weeks ago. I put up we had the first batch of the selvage foundation shirt. Unfortunately, the printer kind of did an oopsie on them, and there were a few mistakes on them, and so we had to get them made again. But basically, we have the t-shirts available. The only difference between the misprint ones is that the font here for the is not the correct font, and foundation isn't bold, which is what it is on the production one, and some of them are a little crooked. But if you don't mind that, then we got them for $28 on the website, and they are available in. Hold on, we got the new Raised by Wolves. They're available in white, and if you're into dyeing your own stuff, this would be a great way to do it. That's so we've had a couple of fans out there who've done the tie dye. They dyed them in pink, so there's the pink one really reminded me of the Hart Foundation, wrestling faction from back in the day. Bret Hart and Davey Boy Smith and Owen and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. So, great Canadian faction wrestling. Hello from London. Hello. Does the Joker denim fade to purple? The Joker denim will fade. So it's an indigo denim with a purple weft. So it will fade to white with a purple undertone. Have you ever made inside-out jeans? No, I don't think we made a jean back in the day called the Vintage Nudes, where we had like a Vintage Nudie magazine print all over the inside of the jeans. And I saw a customer once wearing his jeans inside out. That was kind of funny. All I want is short-term epic fades. If you want super fast fading denim that is going to be like really recognizable right away, check out the 21-ounce unbranded. That is the fastest fading denim on the planet. Hello from Malaysia. Hello. Hi from Malaysia. Got more people from Malaysia. I want 32 ounce. We've got 32 ounce. We've got a couple pairs left. In fact, I know Garrett on Tate and Yoko put up on the Instagram story. We had a couple of like B stock 32 ounce jeans. So they had a couple of like little snags in the fabric. But he was offering them for $150 off. So if you don't mind, I mean, if you're gonna wear the jeans and beat them up anyways, then a little snag in the fabric isn't gonna mean much to you because you're gonna beat them up anyways. You can save $150 right now. You might want to hit up Tate and Yoko in their DMs to see if they still have any available. But we do have, I think, 2 or 3 pairs of slight defects, not something that we could sell at regular price, but perfectly wearable. White version of the rainbow weft would be trippy. White version of the rainbow weft, like the thing is that if you did that in white, the rainbow weft in white, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I could see that. Because, the thing about the rainbow weft is that weft is so bright, it really shined through the front of the fabric. So some people thought that it was the warp that was giving off that color, but it was actually the weft. But in white, it would be kind of cool too. Yeah, maybe next spring. Anything with a brown weft in the works? Well, we have the brown, the fox brown, coming up in for spring summer 21. I'll show you that a little bit later on in the stream. I'll have to get a pair from the back room. Can you gift me a 32-ounce denim for Christmas? Ooh, I wish I could just give everybody jeans, but everyone's got to get paid. Yeah, the factory workers, everybody wants a paycheck. So if I was just Santa Claus, how does Santa Claus do it? I guess the elves are, they must be compensated really nicely. The DBZ is great. You should do more anime collabs. I want to do more anime collabs. It's coming. It's definitely coming. So I think the one everybody wants is JoJo's. I haven't approached them yet, but that's certainly something I will do. And that is it's not something I'm so familiar with personally. I know you guys are, and even the guys in the office, Garrett and the boys, they watch it and they love it. So everyone wants JoJo's. They keep telling me JoJo's. It's got to be JoJo's. So if we're gonna do one, that's got to be the one. Review 40-ounce Sir. We will have a 40-ounce video coming up. Brandon and I just recorded kind of like a year-end, sit-down conversation. That video is going to go up not next week, but the week after. It actually depends because I have to make videos for the Dark Knight Selvage and the Chinese New Year denim next week. So I've got a couple of videos I have to make. So it depends on my schedule. Either that year-end video where we actually do a pretty good review of the 40-ounce and then the other videos as well. So anyways, coming soon. You'll see some more information soon. Mortal Kombat denim still on track for next year? No. So I think that I'm going to leave that one for now. Maybe it's something we'll revisit in the future, but our plate was a little full with some of the projects we had going, and that one unfortunately didn't come to fruition the way I wanted it to. But we do have some awesome properties lined up, and I think you'll be very happy with what we have coming. Can we talk about the 40-ounce pair Wiz is wearing? Absolutely, ask away. You should do Bleach before Naruto. I think we're gonna do JoJo's before everything, or otherwise all you guys are gonna get real angry at me. That and Akira. Everybody also wants Akira, so those ones I think are priority. Oops, somebody didn't outline the type before sending to printer. Yes, the printer did an oopsie. Can you show your Toxic Avenger jacket? I will just give me a few minutes to do that. We should try a tie-dye natural seed. I still have them. All right, Garrett, give it a try. You should do that. You know what? I'm perfectly happy. Like, I want you to do some denim experiments and record it. We'll put them up on the YouTube. So Garrett's over there, Wizard of 32 ounce denim. He's the manager over at Tata and Yoko. He's currently wearing the heaviest jeans in the universe, the 40 ounce selvage, and he's ripping them hard in the Indigo Invitational. I'm considering trying a jacket. Then I need a new roof. Tell me about it. I've got all kinds of like home projects I want to do, and I'm not handy. I don't know how to make stuff. But all the quotes we're getting for anything are, they're so expensive. And I figure if I screw up 3 times making it, it's still cheaper than paying somebody to do it. So I feel you. I feel you. How are the indigo selvage fades? How are the I'm not sure what that question means exactly. How are the indigo? Maybe the Indigo Invitational? Please clarify. I was waiting on pizza delivery, but I just found out the delivery guy was on a bike and got doored by a car. He's okay. Jeez, I hope he's okay. How does this tie in with Naked and Famous? I'm wearing my dirty phase right now. It doesn't tie in with us at all. I hope your pizza guy's all right. Watch out for cyclists when you're opening that door. What about rainbow weft, black warp? That's also a possibility. I can see that happening. Favorite type of stitch for a hem? It doesn't matter. I'm of the school that whether it's chain stitch or a single needle or no stitch, which is what I currently rock and have been rocking like this for a couple of years now. I'll show you on my my solid black selvages. I just go raw hem. I don't care. I just let it fray. I think it looks cool. I just cut them with a pair of scissors, and I let them do that. They don't really get out of hand, and if they do, you kind of chop off any of these loose ends here and there, but no big deal. Your jeans stay intact. But let me tell you, aesthetically, the chain stitch is very beautiful. I have to admit that. I like the way it looks, but it also comes with the downside that if your chain stitch breaks anywhere, then the whole thing can come undone. So it's not as strong as a single needle. So there are, it goes with the territory. If you want that old school construction, sometimes that old school construction isn't always the best. Things develop over time. But it is an old school look, which is also very pleasing. So you have to balance that out. And also just have to understand that garments are not indestructible. Sometimes I'll get an email and someone will say, I just paid $200 for these jeans and the hem broke. And it's like, you could spend $250,000 on a car, but if you crash it, it still breaks. So nothing's indestructible regardless of the price. And especially for a garment that we are wearing so hard and we are basically wearing to destruction, it is kind of part of the process that your jeans are going to wear down. Now, I understand if you get a pair of jeans and they're delivered and the hem breaks, sure, no problem. We're going to cover that. But like, if you've been wearing them for 3 or 4 months or some time, and the reality is that there isn't really an amount of time that is, aside from getting them on delivery. If they're on delivery and they're not right, then we're going to make it right. Absolutely. There's no question about it. But like, even a week in, you could have like pulled that, a stitch could have broke, while you were doing something. There's no real way. I mean, we're going to try and take care of you regardless, but it's also, understanding that this is just cotton thread, it's cotton poly thread is what we use. But, things break. And for a garment that we are wearing to destruction, that we're encouraging wear, tear, and repair, it's weird to get like an email. It's weird to get an email like when it's many months out about like, a stitch broke or I wore out my crotch, and it's like, the one I get oddly, it's not a lot, but I've gotten them a few times. I get these emails sometimes from cyclists, and they're clearly cyclists. In fact, I remember one time a guy sent me an email and said he's been wearing jeans for quite a while. It wasn't a few weeks. It was almost, maybe it was more than a year. And I looked at the fades, and he was upset that the crotch had worn out. And I could tell. I've looked at enough jeans, faded jeans, that I can sometimes tell what people do for a living. And I'm like, this guy's clearly a cyclist. And then I look up his email, and it's like he works for like a bike company. And I'm like, dude, you're putting so much stress on that crotch. What are you like? It's gonna happen. I mean, nothing's indestructible. Doesn't matter what pair of jeans they are. You're gonna wear that crotch out. So you just have to. When it comes to repairs, when the problem is small, that's when to deal with it. When the problem gets big, then it becomes a big issue, and it's harder to fix. But so, regular maintenance, looking at your jeans, that's important. Even with this raw hem, I mean, like I said, if it starts to get out of hand and, you get a lot of these, you chop them off. You don't want that to keep growing. So, but yeah, if you get a hole in the crotch, or, you start to see the knees starting to wear out, patch it up. If you want to patch it up, if you want to wear them to destruction, wear them to destruction. That's up to you. But to kind of blame the garment for not, living up to its expectation when the expectation is that it's going to wear out is, to me, it's a little weird. How did you start the company? I didn't actually start the company. Brandon, the big boss, Brandon Sparks, started the company, and it was part of a family business. So his grandfather started a workwear company in Canada, and his father entered the business. And when it was time for Brandon to enter that business, he took it into a different direction and went to the more premium route, and that's how we started the company, essentially. So we took that knowledge of workwear and construction and production and applied that to Japanese fabrics, and making really fun and innovative and interesting Japanese fabrics. It wasn't just about trying to make the most authentic reproduction of a Levi's jean from 50 years ago. We wanted to take it to the next level and create new fabrics and fun ones at the same time. So that's the 2-minute version. It wasn't even 2 minutes. The 1-minute version of how the company started. But anyways, that's the gist of it. What would you go with between a cotton Melton work shirt or a basket weave chore coat? That Melton work shirt, I have both of those things. The Melton work shirt is fantastic. Oh man, which I can't. Those are literally the two things I picked from fall that I wear. I wear the basket weave a lot, and I wear that Melton shirt a lot. It's hard to say. When I wear shirts, it's always a work shirt on top of another shirt or on top of a hoodie. You can't go wrong with both. I would say that the work shirt might have a little more versatility because that Melton is so thick, it's kind of like a jacket already. So you can get away with it being a jacket. Whereas the chore coat is most definitely a jacket. So if you might find yourself taking it off more. Go with the Melton. Go with the Melton. New season preview video was great. That's right. For those of you who didn't or who don't subscribe to our YouTube channel, head over there now. Well, not right now, but after the live stream, and check out the Spring Summer 21 preview. I go over the entire collection with my wife, men's and women's. So that's the main collection that doesn't include Rick and Morty, but you get pretty good of everything that's going on. So you want to check that out over here. You can look at me in my mustache days. I'm just over there in the corner. The only major difference is my palm tree has not survived. It's dying. But shot that over there. But yeah, if you want to see all the newest stuff that's on the website right now, we will have a Spring Summer 21 release schedule coming very soon, and then in season as the products come out, we'll do story time with the deep dives with every single denim fabric that comes out. How did the radioactive denim loose slub yarn warp dyed indigo with green cast glow in the dark web? How does radioactive denim loose slub yarn warp dyed indigo with a green cast glow in the dark weft so the glow would emanate inside? That would be kind of funny. That would be really funny. We have something close to that right now with the Rick denim, but adding a glow in the dark, I don't know if that'll work. Glow in the dark in the West. Hmm. Because if you do a Lucy green cast, glow in the dark, that's a good idea. That's see, you're thinking naked and famous style there. That's a good idea. Might steal that idea. I'm gonna mention that idea. Sorry. I'm not. Anyways, credit goes to you, Sir Selvage. That is a funny idea. Glow in the dark weft on a green cast denim, so that the jeans look radioactive.
But would it see through?
I wonder if it would see through on the warp. It would. It could. It probably would if it was a loose enough weave on the front. Maybe. Anyways, I'm going to ask if that is actually possible because coated yarn is different than coating a fabric. So I have to see if that's even possible. And then on top of that, possible to weave with, because
it's like coating and it will make it expensive.
Yeah.
Just for
we could probably just coat the inside instead of coating the yarn. Also, coating the yarn and running it through the machines. Sometimes they don't like that stuff because it fucks the machines up. You get residue all over shit, and then.
Yeah, but then like it's an expensive process for some kind of it's very faint.
Yeah, it might be faint. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, good idea. Good idea. I like it. Yo, you back into Japan? Or still in Canada? I am in Japan. It is Saturday morning here in the land of the rising sun. So yeah, we're back. We flew back to Japan last Saturday morning, and we ended up. It was a long trip. It was Montreal, Vancouver. We had a layover there for a few hours. Here's something weird. Domestic. If you fly a lot, then you're accustomed to the airport lounge. We have all the points and stuff, so we have access to the lounges. Domestic lounges open. International lounges not open. I'm not sure if that's a safety thing or if it's because there's so few people traveling internationally that it doesn't make sense to have the international lounge running. But when you have like a long layover, you kind of want to be in the lounge. But yeah, on our flight, we were on a 787, big flight. And usually that flight is like at capacity. I would say that oftentimes it's full, like, to the, every seat's taken. But for the most part, usually when you get on that flight, it's like at least 85% full. I don't know how many people can get on a 787, but several hundred, I'm sure. But flying to Japan, there was probably less than 100 people on that flight, and like everybody had their own, like it was like a 3-3-3 configuration. Everybody had their own 3 seats. Like I had 3 seats to myself. I could lie down. My wife had 3 seats. She could lie down. Everybody could. So very.
More people than when we
Yeah, Risa's saying it was more people than when we left Japan for Canada. If you go to my personal Instagram, I think my last post was us leaving Japan, and we were in the airport, Narita International Airport, the most busiest airport in Japan. It was empty. It was a ghost town. It was crazy. I think that flight had 40 people on the entire flight. 40. That was weird. I have to say that, like, going into an empty airport, checking in, like, the whole check-in area, usually there's hundreds and hundreds of people. My wife and I were the only people there aside from, like, the check-in staff. It was like, it felt like a global pandemic was going on or something. Anyways, yeah. Anyway, we're back here, safe and sound. And yeah, so we'll be here for a while until travel becomes a little bit less restrictive. What's good? Would you be down to go on my podcast? Yeah, I don't know. I don't see why not. Send me a message. Depends what the podcast is, of course. But if it's relevant in any way, then certainly I'm happy to be on there. Speaking of podcasts, you guys, I was about to post this up. Dean Del Rey, a comedian from California, he's got a podcast going, and you should check it out because he does a series on like makers and stuff. And I'm on his podcast. He put this up just a couple of days ago. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple. All that stuff. So you can anywhere you can listen to podcasts. You want to check it out? It's called The Grail with Dean Del Rey, and he just likes talking about grailed items, like the best of stuff, the best made stuff. So you've got me over there chatting with him for a while. So. Good conversation we had. We had that conversation back in the summer. He put it out a couple of days ago, but I'll link to this in our Instagram stories. But you can find it, like I said, anywhere you listen to your podcast on YouTube. Dean Del Rey, The Grail with Dean Del Rey. Found a small QC issue with my Huntsman. Side of the back pocket wasn't stitched down, but I fixed it. All right. Well, thank you for taking care of that yourself. But if you ever do get anything that isn't 100%, we're happy to take care of that for you. So just keep that in mind. I'm kind of like you. If I can just fix it, if it's not a big problem, I fix it. But of course, we are happy to take care of that for you. So, but good on you. I still want to make some Lurk Wizard jeans with you guys. What's Lurk? Lurk Wizard. I'm not sure what that is. Let me know. Anyways, send me a message. LOL, I got the bicyclist effect on my Okayama Spirit 3s. It's gonna happen. You ride bikes riding a bike with jeans, a great way to fade your jeans. Also a great way to wear your jeans out. But so long as you're on top of maintaining them, they will last a long time. Naked and Famous Denim times Ninja Turtles. When? We're working on it. We are working on it. We've had conversations with them. Trying to make it. We're trying to make it happen. Keep your fingers crossed for that one. Can you talk about the yarn used to create the 40 ounce versus the 32 ounce? I mean, it's a much, much fatter yarn. There's some parts of the 40 ounce production that I can't talk about just because the mill doesn't want, this is secret sauce. So all I can say is that everything is bigger with this thing, with the whole situation. Every part of that production process is bigger. So that's all I can say. It's a bigger yarn, and you need bigger machines to use bigger yarn. So that's part of that. Were the cats happy to see you or upset? I think they were happy to see us, and then they left us a little present outside their litter box, if you know what I mean. No Rick jacket. There will be a pickle Rick jacket. Radioactive denim sounds crazy. It does sound crazy. Okay, I'm gonna scroll to the bottom because I think I missed a bunch of questions. Actually, not so many. I got a pair of the light slub jean from the mystery jeans. That's a great mystery jean to get. Would Elephant 9 jacket and jeans be too hard of a Canadian tuxedo? It'll be a hardcore Canadian tuxedo, that's for sure. Yeah, man, go rock it. Go for it. How long should I soak my King of Slub? 30 minutes to an hour should do it for you. Big fan. You guys are awesome. You guys, the fans are awesome. You guys are what keep us going. Is the radioactive denim going to be a Simpsons collab? Radioactive Man jeans. I don't know. I've not talked to anybody at the Simpsons. I think that could be a fun one to do at some point. But the one we're doing right now is Rick and Morty. So actually, I have some Rick and Morty stuff here. I wanted to show you guys because I have a little bit more stuff to show you this week. So we'll start off with, and for those who didn't see the last live stream where I went over the Rick and Morty collection, here is some previews. Here's the co-branded logo. Got the classic Rick and Morty, Naked and Famous Denim in this metallic kind of futuristic font, not font, but color. We wanted to go with like a metallic looking thing, so I thought that paired up kind of nicely, kind of a sci-fi look here. I don't know, might need to see that Pickle Rick jacket. Sounds amazing. It's coming very soon. Tell us about your raw hems. I'm curious. I'll show you a little bit more about that in a minute. I'm going to go through all the Rick and Morty details here for you. So that is the co-branded label. That's going to go inside every pair of jeans. And for the Rick denim, here's the pocket flasher. It's got this nice, glossy type thick paper here. The Rick Sanchez Wubba Lubba Dub Dub Selvage 12.5 ounce Portal Weft Japanese selvage denim. You've got Rick there, portal gun. You got the portal in the background. Leather patch. Rick just being a maniac as usual. And Morty just putting up with it. Oh, geez. And we have the Rick denim right here. This is the Portal Weft dark indigo. You can see it's got a nice texture to it as well. And the beauty is the inside. So you have this portal colored weft. It took us a long time to develop this. This was something that all the mills were just giving us hell over. But we finally managed to get the right kind of color basically, it was just trying to get the ratio of yellow to green. So there's actually 4 colors in here to match the portal colors here. So we've got what I think is a very, very accurate portal color on the weft on the inside. So when you flip up your cuff, you can see that. You can see a little bit of green kind of showing through on the front face of the fabric. And then on the Selvage ID, what I think is really nice is this gradient portal colored Selvage ID. So it goes from dark green to that yellowish green and so on. So that is the Rick Sanchez Wubba Lubba Dub Dub Selvage. That is coming this spring. I'm still waiting on that Lana Rhodes patch. Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna do an adult themed jean, that could be funny. I need somebody at the hub to get in contact with us. I've tried emailing them. They don't get back to me. I do want to do that jean someday. Okay, next we got the Pickle Rick Solenia selvage, 15 ounce green cast slubby Japanese selvage denim. Take a look at this. You've got a nice heavier weight slubby denim. You can really see the texture here. Compare that to the Rick. The Rick is quite nice, and you can see that it is a textured denim, 12.5 ounce weight. So not the heaviest, very standard weight, but when you beef it up to the 15 ounce, that texture really, really comes out here. You can see just how nice and slubby that denim is. It's kind of got this pickly green cast tone to it, which is what our aim was. And then you've got the pickle colored Selvage ID. And you can see the back here, just how loosely woven and slubby this denim is. So a very, very beautiful textured denim right here for the Pickle Rick Solenia selvage. And we do have, last time I talked about the leather patch, I mistakenly called this sheepskin. It's not sheepskin. This is actually ostrich. I did talk about the ostrich before, how I thought it wasn't quite right it is right, but it isn't right. Anyways, I talked about it being a little bit harder to see the the embossing. It actually isn't. But the thing about ostrich leather is that ostrich leather, the quill marks aren't consistent throughout the entire hide. So you can have leather patches that come out like this and leather patches that come out like this. So it might be a little bit of a mixed bag depending on which one you get. So the Pickle Rick denim will either have a very pickly tone here with a lot of quill marks. You might have some quill marks, or you could get something like this where you don't really have them at all, but you do get this very much more textured leather. So you can see here that is what you're going to get with the Pickle Rick leather patch, and you've got Pickle Rick here on the pocket flasher as well. So that's what's going to go on every pair of jeans. I really like this high gloss paper. It looks really nice. So there we've got Pickle Rick. Last time I wasn't able to show you this. So we've got the Morty denim. The leather patch is looking really great here. Just being pulled in to another adventure with Uncle Rick here. Grandpa Rick, Uncle Rick, Grandpa Rick. Morty Smith, the G Selvage 11 ounce 2-way stretch Japanese selvage denim. 2-way stretch. So I figured Morty was a little bit more of a malleable figure. He's very prone to being convinced into things. So I wanted to get a denim that was a little bit more malleable as well. So a 2-way stretch denim here, a classic weight, 11.5 ounces. It's going to be great for the summer as the warmer temperatures approach, and this collection is going to be ready around the spring summer, probably around May delivery. So you've got Morty Smith here in the blue and the blue jeans and the yellow shirt. So we wanted to match a more of a classic blue jean tone, and then on the selvage edge you actually get the colors, the yellow and blue represented here on the selvage ID. The things that you're going to find, once I have I'll have the embroideries, but you on the Morty jeans, you're gonna have Morty's face embroidered on the back pocket. Pickle Rick, there's gonna be a pickle on the back pocket, and for Rick, there will also be Rick's face embroidered on the back pocket. I don't remember if it's that. I think it's one. He's gonna have like one of his classic kind of. You'll see it anyways. I'll show it to you when I have that information ready. So that is the Rick and Morty collection. Rick, Pickle Rick, and Morty Smith. So that is going to be hitting stores spring summer 21 around the second quarter. So around May-ish delivery. I'll have some more information on that in the coming weeks, and so that's coming very soon. Also coming very soon, I talked about this a little bit before, but I have a little bit more stuff to show you, or at least I can show it to you all in one place. We have the Naked and Famous Denim Empire State Selvage. This is the New York City exclusive. So available exclusively at Naked and Famous Denim NYC. We have the beautiful leather patch here, the New York City style version of the Tragic Blonde, expertly designed by our good friend Alvin Lee, who does some of the best artwork for us. So we've got that great pocket flasher here, New York exclusive, Naked and Famous Denim, Empire State Selvage, made with American grown Supima cotton. So this is a Supima cotton denim, broken twill with it's a great weight as well. I think it's 12.5 ounce if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 12.5 ounce Japanese selvage denim. It's got a nice look to it as well. And you've got the New York City colors on the selvage ID. So I think that is really, really a nice touch. And this is essentially your souvenir denim. It will only be available at Naked and Famous Denim New York. You can't get these anywhere else. So I was planning on only having them available in store. Like, you have to go to the store to get them. The difficulty with that is that travel is not exactly something that's happening a lot these days. So I'm not sure if I'll do it yet, but I may have them available on the New York City website, so you might only be able to get them there, which we just launched. So if you head over to Naked and Famous Denim NYC.com, you can shop our New York City store right now. So they do have some inventory available that isn't available on Tate and Yoko, for example. So if we do sell out of something, what's kind of, especially this season, we would sell out of something on Naked and Famous, on Tate and Yoko, but they would have inventory at New York, so you'd have to DM them, and, we would arrange a sale that way. But now you can just go online and get the item that you're looking for. So if you can't find something you want at Tate and Yoko, you can certainly find it at New York. Right now, New York is only shipping within the United States. We're not doing international shipping there. So if you want something internationally, you have to check out Tate and Yoko. But I may make these available maybe for a limited time or something on the website, so you can get these without when the world is still in the shape that it's in. But the idea was to have it in store only. It makes it kind of an attraction. It makes it like one of those like it's a good souvenir moment. I think a good souvenir, especially getting something that you can't get anywhere else, it makes for a great memory. And if you're going to New York, I loved when I was young. When you go to New York and you want to bring something home, something that's just New York, and hey, where'd you get that? New York. It was a great feeling. I was in New York. I got this in New York. So I want to recreate that with this product, but so we'll see. We'll see. It's only 5% chance I'm going to put it online, maybe for a day. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that is going to be the New York City exclusive. Do you know how much they will sell for? I don't know offhand. It'll be within the regular Naked and Famous range, probably between 150 and 180 probably. Has there ever been a Montreal only denim? Could there be? There will be. That's going to be the next project. So the Montreal Tate and Yoko exclusive jean that will come. So that's going to be the next one we're going to work on. I wonder what the Montreal girl is going to look like. It's got to have weird colored hair and piercings. That is the Montreal. I love Montreal for its the youth culture in Montreal is amazing. It's so people are so down to earth in Montreal, and I love it. It's such a young city. But yeah, I think we have to have a pierced up, tattooed, cool girl. That's what I think of when I think of Montreal girls. Yeah. Anyways, coming soon. Drenched in maple syrup. Maybe not. Okay, somebody was asking about a brown weft denim. So I talked about the brown, the fox brown. I've showed this off a couple times. I'm going to show it off again because I even say it in my spring summer video. This is my favorite jean of the spring summer 21 collection, and that is this pair right here. So check this out. This denim is a lightweight, 10 ounce, unsamphrized. You can see it's got a great texture here as well. And you can see that warmness coming through the front face of the fabric. And that's because on the inside, it has a brown, natural cotton color weft. This is American grown fox fiber. And so fox fiber is a naturally colored cotton, which is very, very special. So what makes this particular jean so special is that we use two types of fox fiber. This is with fox fiber brown and fox fiber green. And what fox fiber green does is that it gets darker over time. So this is a rinsed pair. The woman's version of this jean will come out rinse washed, and you can see the inside gets even darker than the new one. So you can expect this to happen to your jeans over time. So it's a beautifully evolving denim. So you've got American grown fox fiber on the weft and Supima cotton on the warp. So this is an all American cotton denim. I'm very, very happy about that. I really love working with these American cotton suppliers. They make some of the best stuff around. So there you have it. And the pull up leather patch on this is really nice as well. It's hard to show one-handed, but there you go. You can see it. The leather patch will also age beautifully with that. Montreal Girl looks like Scott Pilgrim character. Let's pull that up. Let me pull up. Yeah, I would say yeah. Let's pull up Scott. That'd be kind of a fun collaboration, right? Yeah. Images. Yeah, that's yeah, I mean, sure. That That is a Montreal girl, if you ask me. So that it could be something like that. Would be cool, man. I think that'd be cool. All right. I'm gonna get the Risa, can you get the Toxic Avenger jacket? And then I'm gonna show that off. Then we're gonna get into snack time. I'm 100% on board for those Fox cotton jeans, brown on blue forever. Absolutely. Actually, I have another brownish on blue jean to show you, fabric to show you. We just developed. What's the most luxurious jean you've ever produced? The cashmere denim. I'd say that the cashmere denim is in the video I did with Brandon, where we kind of did the year recap. We talk about a platinum denim made with real platinum. That is, we'll see. It's going to be in the 5 figures if we ever did make it. But I think we need some Russian billionaire to pre-order that before we ever actually make it. But yeah, there is the potential for a platinum denim. We might just do it for the hell of it, just to make the fucking craziest jean ever. Sorry for swearing. But yeah, that was yeah, platinum. Actual platinum yarn. Anyways, let's check out the Toxic Avenger jacket. I've got it right here. I really love this fabric. It's a triple alternating twist denim. Left hand twill, right hand twill. I started putting this jacket on. It's a little difficult one-handed. There we go. Triple alternating twill denim. Let's see if we can get it. My mirror might be a little dirty here, but you can see it here. It's got a great texture, and you can see this texture from far, which is what really makes it special. Dark indigo, and then you've got that little bit of green cast in there as well. This is all organic cotton, to play in the environmental theme of the Toxic Avenger. And then you've got that back. Let's see if I can do this properly. That back embroidery there. I've been traumatized. I really love that embroidery. If you're a fan of the Toxic Avenger, like I am, and trauma in general, this is definitely the jacket for you. And then you've got that great bit of Toxie embroidery here as well, right there on the front. So for those of you who've never watched the Toxic Avenger, go out and do it. It's a fantastic film. It's crazy. It's not highbrow at all, but if you enjoy insanity, then the Toxic Avenger is the movie for you, and you'll be a friend of mine. And okay, one more thing before snack time. We talked about brown wefts. And did you release a BLM? Yeah, absolutely. We you can check it out. We did. You can check it out on our Instagram. We have a statement there in a post, a blacked out post. Any news on the Matrix denim? I can show you that. Can I?
I don't know. Are we good to go?
We're not good to go yet. So I can't show it to you yet. But we are working on it. Okay. One more thing before we get into snack time. Check out this. So this is natural dye turmeric denim. So dark indigo warp. With a natural, I'm trying to get the right color. Sorry, my camera's doing a little thing here. There we go. That's a little bit more as what the color is. So you can see this like yellowy brown color. Really, really nice. So this is what we're working on for next fall winter collection. Natural turmeric dye. Back into the natural dye game with this one. I think this is a very beautiful denim. So that is, I was showing you spring summer 21 previews. This is fall winter 21 previews. We just got this in. I'm very, very excited for this. As for the Matrix stuff, it's in the works. So we're developing the fabric, but nothing's been approved by Matrix team yet. So I can't show that off yet. So coming soon. As I get approvals, then I will show you. It's kind of like with the Rick and Morty stuff. Like I couldn't show it off until it was got the rubber stamp on it. Wasn't sure. I saw a comment that asked before. Thank you for addressing. It's our pleasure. Anyways, when it comes to that kind of stuff, we're always conscious about what's going on, and we might not be the most vocal. It even comes like to the environmental stuff. We're always doing something. For us, it's about living that culture. And not just, for me, there's a thing about corporate activism that kind of rubs me the wrong way. And I think it's best to, of course, address things when things come up, but not to commercialize it. I don't want to make money off of it. It's such a weird thing when I see, because, anyway, I don't want to get too far into it. It's going to be a long debate, but I don't want to profit off of that. And I don't think that's right to profit off of, these types of situations, and supporting people is one thing, but like making an ad campaign and all this stuff that, you're just trying to sell something, it's not, there's something disingenuous about it. So, we put messaging out appropriately, but we're not, I'm not trying to capitalize on it. So it's a hard thing to do because, people want to know where you stand. And, obviously if people ask us, we'll let them know. But at the same time, I certainly don't want to appear like, not only appear, I don't want to capitalize on that in any way. So it's like, it's a weird thing, this corporate stuff that I see on television and stuff is weird. Anyways, whenever you want to know what we're up to, you ask us, and we will always give you an honest response. Turmeric dye makes it look gold. That is crazy cool. I have to say that for those of you who remember our former manager at Tate & Yoko, Sierra, she was really into dyeing stuff, and she showed me some of her personal like turmeric dyed t-shirts and things like that, and it was so cool. So this was inspired by Sierra. I don't know if she's watching this, but shout outs to Sierra for the turmeric dye inspiration. So that's what it looks. Anyways, that's pretty accurate. What I'm seeing on my screen compared to what it is in reality, that is it right there. So there you have it for all the previews of what's going on in Naked and Famous Denim, Tate and Yoko Land, and Naked and Famous Denim New York. Don't forget, you can shop online at Naked and Famous Denim, NYC.com, and shop the in-store collection there. And now we get to the end of the show, but a fun part of the show, and that's snack time. And this week we've got a lot of stuff because we just came back to Japan, and one thing about Japan is that there's always a new product on the shelf. So when we hit up the grocery store, we found a lot of cool things. So I'm going to pull out one thing that I wanted to pull out. Okay, so we got the fridge here. There's my fridge. It's full of stuff. This just came out. This is caramel Pepsi?
Yeah, caramel punch.
Caramel punch. So not vanilla Coke or anything, this is caramel punch Pepsi. So we're going to give that a try. I love my colas, and I think this is a worthy try. Of course, anything that a major brand makes flavor-wise is always going to be a fun time for me. And we've got mystery Pringles. What do these taste like? Who even knows? What's the flavor? We're about to find out. Tannery South in the house, making our fade logs. So good guys over there at Tannery South. You want to check them out. And for those of you looking for fade logs on Naked Famous, I think they're all gone. But we are making some more with these guys very soon. We're going to have some more options as well. So also bringing back from Canada, I brought back some... because it's hard to get junk cereal here in Japan. So I got my holiday Captain Crunch and... Elf on the Shelf holiday cereal. So I'm going to try these out for our Christmas live stream. So we'll give those a try. Brought back some North American Cheetos and Doritos. So we're pretty stocked up here with snacks. That's just like chips and snacks. So as you can see why I've gained so much weight this year. Okay, well, yeah, let's do that today. So I think that's a good start, and let's give these a try. So let's bring out some of our favorite cups. Any news on the knives? They will be coming in the new year.
Yeah, it will be a couple months still away.
A couple months away.
Yeah.
Are those lobster bisque chips? They are.
They are.
Risa loves seafood. And she especially loves lobsters and stuff like that, so that was an obvious choice. So let's check out these cups today. They look like Chinese restaurant, ramen, restaurant like cups. We thought these were really cool. So these are small little cups that are great for just a little bit of liquid. So let's try out the caramel punch Pepsi. Risa doesn't like cola very much.
No, but I mean, it's not like I hate it. I don't think it's disgusting. Like I hate Dr. Pepper. But
as you're connecting. Okay, we're back. Sorry guys, it seems like we had a little hiccup there.
Smell it. It is cola, but it's I don't know. If you
that's all caramel. Like if you
think?
smell that. Yeah.
It's so very cola.
No, it smells like a Starbucks drink.
What?
Yeah.
You're insane.
No way. That's okay, let's get a pour over.
I mean, it looks like regular
Looks
Pepsi.
like standard soda, yeah.
I'll do a half of that, maybe.
Half?
That's fine.
Okay, that's fine for Risa. Okay, let's give this a try. So we've got the caramel Pepsi here in the house. Cheers.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it does. Oh,
it's
hits
very
you
sweet.
Right away.
Yeah. Super sweet caramel taste. I don't dislike it. I like vanilla Coke.
It's not bad.
I like vanilla Pepsi. This is pure candy in liquid form.
But like it just reminds you of it's not just like any regular old caramel that you make sugar in a pot and burn it. It's the very like candy, like cube.
Yeah, those
caramel.
little cube caramel things.
It's that taste.
Like those soft caramels. Yeah, I mean they have it on the picture.
Yeah, not like roastedness of like actual caramel, but still good.
Okay, so that is caramel Pepsi. I like this.
Yeah,
good.
Okay.
Anyways, it was like $1. So
okay.
I'll probably have a couple more of those. All right, mystery Pringles.
So it says that this flavor, the mystery flavor, was developed just for Japan market.
Okay.
So let's see what it is.
Well, I had some gross Pringles the other day. London flavor, like fish and chips, and it was just.
That on here,
oh yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
Oh, they were like tartar sauce. Oh, they're terrible. Hate them. Okay, let's check these out.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like a standard Pringle. It looks like they might be a little peppery.
Yeah. Oh, it's hard. Is it like chicken? I don't know.
Oh, that's barbecue. That's barbecue. That's definitely 100% barbecue. It's sweet and smoky.
But it's like, what is the...
Yeah, like barbecue chips.
It's not special.
No, that is not. That is a barbecue chip. Taste it. Okay, let's get one here.
No. You done?
Yeah. Yeah. This is
Beef tongue.
beef tongue. So if you ever go to like Japanese barbecue, beef tongue is pretty much always on the menu. It's very tasty, but this is definitely that. Like you put lemon on it, and like this is it. This is beef tongue. You know why it's a Japanese only flavor? Because if you put beef tongue on an American chip, everyone will be like, "What the hell is that?"
And they wouldn't really recognize this flavor.
Yeah, but like then nobody wants to hear beef tongue. Beef tongue chips. Yeah, this is.
Is this a known thing though? Like, does everybody talk about this online?
About what?
About what this flavor is?
No, I don't know. Maybe in Japan they do, but this is not this is a Japanese exclusive flavor. Beef tongue chips. Yeah, these are. In my opinion, that's what this flavor is. It smelled like barbecue, and then you taste it, and you're like, yeah, it's there. So, Lisa's gonna try and confirm this on Japanese internet. You're pretty good.
You could get like $10,000 if you guess correctly. Is that what?
Really? Maybe we're about to win 10 grand, guys. Really? Is there a contest?
Oh no! This was I think this was an American news.
Okay. Anyways, something else. Anyways, pretty fun. Glad that this exists. It makes great content for snack time. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Thanks so much for joining me and Risa. Another snack time, another Naked and Famous Denim live stream. We will be back again next Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, morning time here for us in Japan. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Do something nice for somebody. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.